Hello everyone, this is White Wolf, and I just had this message come on very quickly, so I wanted to deliver it, and I wanted to just kind of do one of these handheld videos. And the understanding that you are Source, you are the guided meditation, you are the bliss that you're seeking. So don't try to enter the bliss state, just be the bliss state, just be the state of happiness, just be the state of creation that you want to be, and just allow yourself to encapsulate that energy that you want to become and just merge into it. Don't try to think about it, don't try to do it, don't try to transform, but just in that moment, just allow yourself in that moment to just be Source, become God, become creation, become the emulation of Source, and just allow yourself to merge into that union of becoming Source and manifested in the human form. It's not about meditating so that we can ground. It's just being grounded and rooted into that state of meditation, into that state of transformation, in that state of collapsing those timelines and generating new prophetic natures, new configurations of energy, but allowing yourself to blend in those light codes and that emulation and that understanding of becoming Source, realizing Source in your own being, but allowing yourself to become God manifested in human form. It's not that you're trying to be something, but it's not a concept, it's not an explanation, it's not something that you're going to learn in a book. It's not something that you're going to understand entirely right now. But if you can understand this nature of just allowing yourself to transform, allowing yourself to expand, allowing yourself to create, allowing yourself to just be, and then you'll become God and you'll be set free, and you'll allow yourself to see that the truth always allows you to accept freedom, empowerment, and transcendence. And now there's not a condition to the love that you're seeking. It seems that the reception and acceptance doesn't have a condition of how much you want to receive in this moment. Allowing yourself to receive God is to see God within everything, is to see through the illusion that you are God manifested in human form. So allowing yourself just to be Source is allowing yourself to let go of expectations, let go of limitations, let go of feeling like you have to transform, but just allow yourself to transform, allow yourself to heal, allow yourself to let go of anything that does not make you feel good, that goes against your resonance, your preference, your expression, everything. But allow yourself to be the transcendence that you're seeking. If you allow yourself to do that, then you will allow yourself to really feel into the vibrations. You'll feel into the expression. You'll actually process your feelings, and you'll actually see yourself experimenting with your enlightenment and learning and seeing from different passageways and perspectives, and seeing that the gateway is inside of ourselves. If we look internal, if we're aligned to that consciousness, if we're aligned to our direct source of recognition and allowing ourselves to quantum shift and accept here and now that we are Source, to accept here and now that you are forgiven, to accept here and now that there is grace for us all, and to see that when you separate yourself from what is not inseparable, you become an emptiness, you become a nothingness, you become consciousness, but also you become a realm of your own existence. You become a void that was filled with light, with psychic atomic energy, and you allow yourself to be that autonomous knowledge. You allow yourself to be autonomous because you're channeling from your own source. You're gathering your will, you're gathering your patience, you're gathering your distinction of what you are and what you are not. You are confirming what you are and confirming what you are not. And you're changing the direction and the causes and effects and the paradigm that you're assuming yourself to be in this moment. And feeling into that and seeing that everything around us is trying to teach us something. We are the living, breathing reflection of the image of the I Am Presence. We are the vortex of creation. So we can place anything inside of our vortex that we really want, that we really desire. And we can see that purity within ourselves, and we can see that clarity that is inside of ourselves. And every time that we transcend or heal or let go or become, what is happening is that we're learning to relax into our intention. We're relaxing into our energy. We're more deliberate in our energy. We're not so forceful in our energy. And we're learning how to manipulate the energy around us between space and time, between experiences, between appearances. And we allow ourselves to manipulate the illusions and make them optimize in the sense of they're optimal. They're more made sense, and there's a sense of reasoning, there's a sense of currency, there's a sense of direction, there's a sense of purification there. And you allow yourself to see crystal clearly that you have become source, you have become reality, you have become the non-dual nature and independent awareness of its own self. So maintaining that state of bliss is just forcing yourself into bliss. But forcing yourself is not trying to be in bliss or trying to be consciousness or trying to be that newfound intention, but it's kind of like choosing, knowing that's a choice, knowing that it's an action, knowing that it's a daily practice, and knowing that it's changing you and molding you into the creation of your own existence. You're becoming the reason for existence. You're existing because you want everything to exist and everything to be vibrant and bright and alive and aware and conscious of its own nature. So you see that every time that you decipher something, every time that you figure something out, every time that you're asking the right questions, you're getting exactly the reflections that you want out of yourself, out of your journey, out of your awakened state of consciousness. And you're coming back into balance with your true nature, and you're allowing the vision to really become everything that you are. You're allowing the vision to guide you. You're allowing the vision to become that intuitive investigator that wants to be in the search of enlightenment. Enlightenment's not a concept of feeling and expression or a overall truth even, but it's just freedom. It's free will. It's the willingness to be free. It's gathering your will, and it's not generating any excitement towards what you're trying to create, what you're trying to do, what you're trying to align to. But in that moment, you see that you just emphatically are present with every single thing that you do. You're present with everything. You're present with your life. You're present with your relationships. You're present with everything, and that is the focus. And then you have that laser focus of internally knowing yourself as that absolute reality, as that living, breathing vortex of creation. But also, you see yourself not as a thing, not as a concept, but you see yourself as existence giving life to existence and appearances and forms and shapes, and really blending into that metamorphosis of creation. And then you see that in the infinite realm of possibilities, everything is possible. You see that nothing is impossible. The only impossible thing inside of this awareness, inside of this illusion, is not allowing yourself to feel the power of here and now and giving yourself to it, allowing yourself to accept it, allowing yourself to receive it, and allowance to be creation, to be the heart of the universe. I had someone say last night that they're a Reiki master and their ego is getting in the way. And I said, you're being too hard on yourself, because we have to be in our own way to get out of our own way. And if we don't have those reflections and lessons and periods of integration and seeing that entity that needs love, that needs light, that needs divinity and grace, then we're able to mirror that back exactly with what we want to see and what we want to become in that moment. And then we give that co-creation of us and our human side and our God side, and us really connecting to what is true within the higher self's wisdom. And then you see that you balance everything. You balance the scales for the very first time in your finances, in your relationships, in your emotions, in your thoughts, and everything that you do. You see that there is a firm balance of who you are. You see that there's a firm balance in everything. You just have to balance everything out, because you have to see everything as symmetry. You have to see everything as a puzzle piece into the mystery of finding that secret of secrets, the treasure that you're looking for. And it's not about what you're looking for, but it's the example of how it's being presented to you. You see that it's not about what you're looking for or how you're looking for it or what you're meditating upon, but it's the fact that you get to meditate. It's the fact that you get to receive God. It's the fact that you get to connect to your psychic intuition and your psychic atomic energy so that you can fully become autonomous, meaning that everybody has autonomous knowledge, everybody is autonomous in their own nature, but meaning you're channeling from your own source, you're actually coming from your heart's desire. Everything is pure in that desire, everything is pure in the manifestation, in the flow of energy and the actions that you take. and the way that you look at human beings and society and everything. Everything is pure because it is only at the end of the day you having the recollection and the remembrance of that self of God. Setting yourself free is seeing that the illusion is presented to you to let you know that you are God manifested in the human form. So just allow yourself to be. Just be yourself. Just be yourself authentically, unapologetically, and just be the meditative state. And you don't even have to meditate for 5 hours, because that seems kind of like a waste of time unless you feel like that's what you really need to do. And you don't need to sit on a brick for 30 years and pray to a tree in order to be enlightened. It's like, if you want to be enlightened right now, just be enlightened. Just be yourself. Be the alchemy that you want to become in that moment, and just shapeshift that moment, and just be that transformation of that moment, but be the experience and not the reminiscence of an experience. Just be the experience itself. Be the transformation of that experience. Be the consciousness of that experience. Be the realization of that guided meditative state always. And be the realization, and then you'll start to act on things. You'll start to feel things that you've never felt, and you'll start to transform. And you could literally be so tired and so drained, but then one moment, everything changes. Your whole life changes because you chose to activate the state of progression. And it's as if you have a projector screen of creation, and you're able to place everything on the canvas that you want. And it's as if you're the director, the producer, the screenwriter, you wrote the screenplay, but what channels with you as the actor of your life is as if you just projected every experience that you wanted to create within illusion. So a lot of us don't see ourselves as the director, producer, writer / author, actor of our life, the architect of our life. No matter how much you describe it, it doesn't matter if it's a building, it doesn't matter if it's a feeling, it doesn't matter if it's an intention, it doesn't matter if it's any of those things, but you are all of those things. That's the realization, is that you're not none of those things. You are all of those things, all the time, omnipresent. But a way to imbibe that is to just let go of all attachments that doesn't allow you to do that. So it's kind of the understanding that nobody really knows what they want out of life. But I don't think it's about what you want, but it's the energy that's attached. It's the energy attached to it, it's the feeling, it's the intention, it's the truth in what you're seeking for. Because you can toxically seek until you're blue in the face. But what were you seeking for? What was the reason for the seeking? And you don't have to give your power away to all the craziness of the world. No matter what's going on, you don't have to take on the chaos. You don't have to take on the distortion or the illusion or anything. But the only thing you take into your spirit, and the only thing that you really take with you, is your guided state of resonance, of consciousness, of the existence that you want to become. And nobody can take that away from you. Nobody can take that away from you. Nothing is being stolen from you. You're not late for the party. A lot of people say it's you being sober with a party full of drunk people, and I actually think it's the other way around. You're the one who is in that state of bliss, in that state of samadhi, in that state of nirvana, in that state of really reaching those heightened states of awareness and absolute reality. You're the one who is drunk, and everybody else is a square and sober, and they're not enjoying life, and they're wondering how stupidly happy you are. How much of a fool you have to be that happy and that alive and that aware. Have that spatial awareness about yourself and life and divinity and consciousness. So you're like the person who's drunk and everybody else is sober. Everybody's like in the spiritual community, oh, I'm the sober one around a bunch of drunk people. No, I think it's the other way around. Because bliss is an ongoing state. Truth is freedom. Freedom is action. And action is decision. And then when you have the decision to make different ways of manifestation and experience and self-realization, then you transform and you integrate, but also you transform the God inside of yourself. You become God, and you merge with the vision that you are Source looking at itself through the lens of that telescope. But within the telescope is kind of like your kaleidoscope. You see different shapes, forms, signatures, colors, auras. But that's the quantum realm. That's what we're looking into. But just because you're looking into the telescope and there's a kaleidoscope at the end of it does not mean that you're not looking at Source still. You're still looking at Source. You're just looking through a lot of different smoke and mirrors. Smoke and mirrors, smoke and mirrors, smoke and mirrors. That's all it is. But until we just step through the gateway and we're forever changed within love and light and bliss and grace, once we just step through it, then the meditative state isn't something that we're aspiring to be or trying to be. But we are that which we want to become. And we find that distinction within that meditative state. And we're going to do a meditation soon because I felt very strongly to do this live, but I wanted to do a handheld video because I always do my videos sitting down. And just take a quick view that there is so much beauty all around us. There is complete beauty all around us. But if we fail to see it, if we fail to really know it, if we fail to really understand it and discern it and see it, that there's nothing that is not you. But it has nothing to do with you. But it has everything to do with you changing and collapsing into the vision, that prophetic vision of opening up that multiverse inside of yourself. And we open up the dreamscape of creation. Live life as a dream. Live life as a fairy tale. Use your imagination and go fucking wild with it. Go crazy with it. Feel crazy with it. And you'll never regret it. So we're going to do like a little meditation here. And when we're doing this meditation, what I want you to gain a sense of attuning to your psychic abilities, connecting to your guides, connecting to a different reality. And also I'm going to be going live later doing readings and healings around 7 or 8 p.m. Eastern. And also you guys can book private sessions whenever you need to, but we're going to do this quick meditation. So allow yourself to breathe, allow yourself to connect, and allow yourself to see yourself in a much different state of being, consciousness, resonance, guidance, love, and security within oneself. So feel into the power of God, of universe, of consciousness, of divinity within oneself. That you are the deep breath in and you are the deep breath out. You are the outer reality and the inner reality and the in-between. You are the blending of all energies. You are the power that sources through, that is guidance, that is resonance, that is consciousness, and nothing can change that. The only thing that you can do is feel into the power of now. Feel into the prosthetic state of understanding, the prosperous state, the prophetic state, the alignment, the love, the reception, the consciousness, the divinity that is inside of oneself. And feel into the power of now. Feel into the power of God. Feel into the power of really choosing your psychic atomic energy. That this autonomous knowledge never changes. It is never distorted. It is never collapsed on any timeline that is not of your recognition, but blending into the monad, the I am presence, the 12 aspects of the I am presence. And feeling into the power of meditation. Feeling into the power of God, feeling into the power of finding structure within your lives, allowance, grace, love, and divinity, becoming the oracle of love, light, and wisdom. There is nothing more sacred. There is nothing more whole within this holistic union of becoming oneself. So become God, become creation, and become emulation. There's nothing that can change or distort it, or change it, or force it in any way, shape, or form, but you just merging with your divinity, merging with consciousness, merging with life, merging with the state of being that you are, and just opening up into this beautiful, holistic communion of God code, of really tapping into each geometric shape of Metatron's cube, and also the Merkaba. Just connect to your psychic intuition here and now. Allow it to change you in this moment. Allow it to prophetically and emphatically change you in this moment. And just feel the presence of Source, of God, of emulation, of alignment, of consciousness recognizing consciousness. Because then this is where you become absolute in your own nature. It is your nature, it is your consciousness, it is divinity itself, it is alignment beyond your own understanding. So therefore, when you transform into that, when you align to that, when you create that whenever you want to, whenever it's presently there, whenever it's known, whenever it's powerful and it feels in alignment and it's empowering and it transcends your personal biases, then there is motion, there is creation, there is a constant steady flow of God knowing itself. And when you do this, what's beautiful about this is that you don't have to try to do it, you don't have to learn about it, but in this moment you just transform, you become, you are being itself, you are beingness itself. And you're just the awareness of the shift, your awareness of God, your awareness of purification, and your awareness of everything that has ever been created inside of creation. So just allow yourself to be that, allow yourself to do that. And allow yourself to fine-tune your gifts in any capacity that you can. And just feel into the power. Feel into that power of knowing yourself very closely, very vividly, very purely in this present moment. That I am forever changed. I am forever changed in consciousness. I am forever changed in love. I am forever changed in life. And just fully trust the higher self and how it guides you and how it teaches you, how it molds you into creation, and how it just guides you and gives you grace beyond your own years. And let's just transcend the human condition and know that there's not a condition to God's love. God's love is God's service. It is the labor of God's love. That it can't be a concept. It can't be a sentence, a depiction, a description. Anything that you think that it isn't any of those things. But it is you just merging with the Creator, merging with life, merging with consciousness, merging with everything that you want to become in this moment, and emulating that. And I know that I am that I am, and I am that because I know that I am, and I am because you are, and you are because I am. And that's it. That's all you have to do. You don't have to meditate for 40 years. You don't have to wait. You don't have to be super duper patient or the most well-trained. You just have to become God, and you are set free. Become God, become one with God, become one with all. And in this moment, just become the oracle of love, light, and wisdom. That's all you have to do. That is all that is required. And allow this meditation to allow you to be forever changed in Christ consciousness. And so it is. And if you feel into that power, if you feel into that realization, if you feel into that intention, it will always change what you feel, what you experience, what you create, what you align to. And you just become an immovable force of source energy. You just become the vortex of creation. You become nothing. You become empty. You become God. You become the higher self. And you allow yourself to do that. And it feels good. It feels freeing because you see that you are that non-dual awareness. You are bliss. You are everything. You are omnipresence. You are alive and aware and well. And you're forever changed. And that's all you need to know. So thank you guys for enjoying the meditation and the live itself. Thank you for being a part of it. Thank you for being aware of it. And also feel free to book private sessions if you want to. So it's I have a new private session special. So it's 45 minutes for $75 and 1 hour for $155 and then 2 hours for $255. So if you want to book private sessions, just text me. On my YouTube, White Wolf the Oracle, Facebook, White Wolf the Oracle. Text me, email me on TikTok, just let me know. And I'll be going live later doing readings, healings, activations at 7 or 8 p.m. Eastern time zone, so I hope to see you guys there. And enjoy your lives, enjoy being consciousness, and enjoy alignment and source and love. Thank you.